Good evening and welcome to Strange Days, a show where people are invited to call in for support and conversation. Our goal is to foster a sense of connection and understanding, allowing listeners to relate to the stories and feel less alone, promoting different perspectives, while the host provides feedback and support to the callers. My name is Mac. I'm the host, a disabled, neurodivergent, cisgendered gay man, playing through games on stream while waiting for an audience to form. If you want to call in or chat and need my attention, I have no problem pausing. And if you're here for the gameplay or the vibes, that's cool. But without further delay, let's play. It's Friday. I'm here to be your friend and conversationalist. We're still playing Cult of the Lamb. And we're going to go ahead and get into it. It's the end of the week, and I hope you've had an excellent week. It's been actually a pretty decent one for me. I'm hoping that the weekend will be just as good for you and myself. But if you have something you want to talk about, I'm here for you. But until then, I'm going to try and figure out what it was I was doing earlier today. And figure out what my followers want from me, as they are perpetually in need, because they are really needy. Oh, good. They want me to pick what they should be and grow up to be. So, nope, they can continue to have their cute little mustache. They should be a new vibrant color. Good evening, Trigger. How are you doing? I suppose you are excitable for the weekend. Supposed to be a new form in here, but I don't see anything flagged. I must have already cleared it. Yeah, it's a weekend. Cute little mustache color. I liked that reddish color. There we go. Accept. We'll have a new elephant. Do you have plans for the weekend? It's always exciting to have things going on, but sometimes it is necessary to have days off too. I am planning to do stuff with my partner this weekend. Hopefully running some errands, always grocery shopping, laundry, you know, the usual weekend stuff. Gotta get stuff taken care of for him. If it's warm enough, we might do some like nature hikey stuff, but it depends on the weather. But it really depends on the weather for that one, especially since, you know, the weather could change at a moment's notice. It's the only drawback with this kind of season right now is that we're just right on the cusp of the changeover where we're going to have nice weather, but at any moment it could just be like, nice weather, or no, we're just going to stay with some cold weather. Just kidding. Like, I feel like we could have nice weather, but Only if it lets us. It's all down to whether or not we are allowed to have the weather. Yeah. The last frost. It's good to know when that is. Someone want to let Frost know when that last is? Clue us in? See, it's one of the reasons why I prefer to do my plants indoors. Because I don't really have to rely on, the weather staying stable. I just have to make sure that my internal thermostat doesn't crap out on me or we don't have power out for too many days in a row. And I get that that's still, entirely dependent on things remaining stable, but it's something I at least have somewhat more control over. Oh, they're growing up now too. What do I want them to look like? They will look like a cat. Meow. Okay, I need to do a sermon. I'll worship the Baba Black Sheep. Does he have any wool? Do we know if he has any wool? And if he does, how many bags? Where are you going? I don't know where you think you were going. They were clearly trying to leave. They were walking out. You can't even try and tell me they weren't. I don't even know how to deal with these dissenters. Like, sometimes I wonder if I'm just going crazy or if they actually are dissenting. Like, I don't know. Because where was he going? He wasn't on a raid, that's for sure. Ooh, gain an extra heart. That'll come in handy. Dead enemy bodies explode. Also handy. Okay. I think down is going to be the dead end. Yep. Okay. Spawns black ichor around the player. Sure, why not? Oh, he's going to be angry. Free me, let me out. Let me out. Let me out. Ow. Ow. I really don't like these compact rooms where they do that nonsense. It is very unfortunate. Let's go to the fish room. Fish, fish. Fish. Oh, it's a little crocodile. Hey, little croc boy. You can come on with me. Oh. Aha. Sure. Yes, manipulate my followers, make them believe. Make them follow me stronger. Use a random damned relic. Okay. Choo choo. Oh. I mean, I will take those tentacles, though. Okay. Room is just a big ol' X. Oh, that's a bomb. Nope. As I say, no thank you. Ooh, a tarot card room. That I will take. When killed, resurrect with a heart, or higher chance for relic spawning. I mean, neither of these are super helpful to me, but I guess I'll take the resurrection, and just in case I do kick the bucket. But that is my strong attack. I was gonna say, how is he shielding if that is the strong attack? Hey there. Ow! Felt like I didn't get much warning on that. Well, I guess you can just be dead. That works too. I'll just take the cauliflower, I guess, since no seed options were available. Back to the cult. Moving along. Let's see. Cute little croc. You can tend farms, that's fine. Oh, another one's growing up. They grow up so fast. Oh, all the babies, they grow up so quickly. Okay. Let's do a little drum dance. Hamana hamana ha. Alrighty, so let's go ahead and get the food going, get everybody fed. And then I think I'll be able to go on another expedition, not expedition, crusade. What is it, my little dude? Rumor has it that Mamer is a spy sent by an enemy cult to undermine your great power. You should go speak with them and see what they have to say for themselves. Which one is Mamer? Is it going to be the one I think it is? Nope, it is not going to be the one I think it is. I wonder if there's something I can do in order to find out if they are a spy. Like if there's some way to detect them. By assigning a solitary task like fishing. Fishing? How do you assign them to fishing? How do you make them fish? Like, you must catch the fish follower form during the pilgrim's passage. But why don't any of them have that ability? Like, I can't assign any of them to fish. Can I? Am I just oblivious to it? No, none of them can be assigned to fish. Or is it because I never assigned any of them to the actual task? Or the form? Where did they go? No, I'm not trying to talk to anyone. I'm trying to interact with the podium. Ooh. You too can sleep with me at night. Yeah, so despite not having a need for all those resources, I need those materials going because they need stuff to do. Why am I not seeing how much? Oh, there it is. And that's what I can have them do. I can have them make planks. What? You guys keep distracting me. Did Shawarma weep when you fought? Did they know what was to come once they were the brightest of us? Their mind gracious and strong like the spider silk that encased their home. It reminds me of them. Oh, gosh, more needs. Need. Go and collect spider silk. Go and collect this. Gosh, you're not even the deity anymore and you're still making demands. Bond forged by the spilling of blood, I know you hear me, god of death. Ignoble lamb, finish what you've begun. Ah, so many bullets. Oh, so many bullets. Okay, so damage is really scaling up quick here. There's not mine. And that is proving substantially complicating. Okay, well that went a little bit better. Hopefully I can get some upgrades or something soon, because yikes. Okay, feeling a little bit better about my health. That's a perk. A relic room. Use a random relic. I mean, yay? It's got an average recharge time, so I mean, it's going to be a little bit before it's full, but help me clear a room. That went much better. Receive 10 fervor when hit. Well, I don't want to get hit. That's not useful. I'm trying to avoid being hit. Beetroot. Okay. Yeah. Nope. Yeah. Up for tarot card. Fire projectile when you swing. Drop black ichor on hit. Let's go with the fire projectile because I'm trying not to get hit. This shouldn't be a foreign concept, tarot cards. Come on. Down for the dead end, I hope. Cool, I chose wisely. When killing an enemy, 20% chance of healing. Ah, yes, please. Full health. Feeling much better about this run now. Godly blunderbuss, please. Let's go kick butt. Take many names. Ow, not cool. Hey, Badger. It's cool. I got a bed for you. You can come stay with us. Nope. Not gonna land in that. Hard pass. Oh, there you are. Why, thank you. Oh, wow. Curse abilities that are melees. That just looks like so much fun. Hard pass. Weapons room. Ichor Throne, Divine Blast, Cleansing Fire. What am I using right now? Divine Blast. I'll take the Cleansing Fire, please. Hard pass. Nope. Thanks, I'm good. Oh, time's up. Oh man, people are dying of old age, and I'm not even there to help them. Nope. Nope. Oh my goodness. These bullets are insane. Oh, that was crazy. Sure, I'll take more beetroot. Why not? That was madness. Ow. Absolute madness. My people, I am home. Uh... So do I have to give him the fish head in order to do it? Is that a thing? Is that what I have to do? Once caught, the fish form is permanently unlocked. Pilgrim's Passage. Fishman gives you Neptune's Curse. Given octopus, given crab, given squid. Pilgrim's Passage. No, it's the quest, not the... Catching your first fish. The fish follower form is randomly obtained. When you catch a fish, it may take a few. Once caught, the fish form is permanently unlocked if you save file. Follower forms. No, that's goldfish, starfish. Anglerfish, jellyfish. Okay, so it's got to be the marlin then. Yeah, that's this one. But the question I have is, how do I get them for fishing? I don't know if they can, but it says that's weird. Well, I'm still going to go with the marlin because I haven't done any of those before. Oh, what is that one? Fashionable. Generates devotion when wearing a unique outfit. Well, I guess I'm going to have to give them a unique outfit. Oh, I honestly don't even know if I have the room for them, but we're about to find out. Oh yeah, I got plenty of space. Oh crap. I have not checked on... Oh, there they are. Oh, Leshy, what did you eat this time? Okay. Nope. No, you don't. You gotta go eat that. No, I don't want to talk to them. Because now... Who's sick now? Oh, goodness. The elephant's sick? What did they do now? Go rest. Um... Okay, I need more eggs, like desperately. So let's get the breeding started. Nope. Kissy kissy. Mwah, mwah, mwah. Yeah, that's right. Make a babies. I must have just lucked out. All right, let's get another drum circle going because I need some more sin. Where is the suspect? Hey, Alice, how's it going? You're confused? What about? Okay. Well, I mean, this is one of those cases where having an example manuscript, like an example of their published book, would also be useful. But typically you'll want front matter. So like the title page, the copyright page. It's like the title page, copyright page. If you want like a dedication page, that kind of stuff. If that's what they want in their book, I'm not certain if that's what they put in their like material. Uh, Let me see what I can find. Ugh. Um, so let's see if we can find a copy of one of their books available online. Or uh, This is the one. Okay. But our traditional public royalties. So I don't think you need to stress too heavily over it because it looks like they're expecting it to come in as a mostly complete draft. Because it says they want your work edited before submitting, but we don't expect it to be perfect, but we expect it to be professional. So have it be college essay quality, and they should be happy. Have it meet their submission specifications, and they should be content. Everything past that will meet their criteria, and they'll work with you to meet the guidelines for publication purposes. If it needs additional criteria beyond that, then like if they need front matter, they'll tell you, unless it's already in here elsewhere. Their intention is to make sure that the formatting is the way you want it to be before you submit it, so that when they receive it, their modifications are minimal. Also, I hate the fact that they're like, it must be in Microsoft Word, because Microsoft Word is terrible about shifting formatting post-processing. It has to, well, it doesn't have to be in Microsoft Word. It has to be saved in .doc.docx, if I recall correctly. Yeah, it has to be in Microsoft Word format. .doc.docx. And remember, if you want to ensure that it shows up properly in Microsoft Word, we can work out a time where you can send it over to me. I can open it up in Microsoft Word and I can screen share with you. The whole Microsoft Word thing is the reason why I think LaTeX is, a better typesetting option, because it's open source and available to people. It just requires a bit of learning. I forget, have you been published before? Oh, it's exciting getting your first publication. I'm assuming that's some kind of typo. Oh, I'm assuming it's age. No, I'm not forgetting. Some people, I couldn't remember if you, I couldn't remember if you had published in a compilation. Competitions are difficult. It always feels like the deck is stacked against you. Like, no matter how hard you try, it always feels like it's rigged. At least that's how it always feels to me. Where is the cat? Where are they hiding? Oh, there they are. Hey, I mean, you sounds like you're making good progress on it. I'm not gonna, I wouldn't complain about it. It sounds like you're making solid progress on it. "20-minute long voice note? That is a long voice note." Yeah, no kidding. Can't even imagine what like the conversation was on. Like, there's not a lot that I think that I would like converse on for that length of time on a voice note. I mean, that's not necessarily the truth. I mean, there's probably a lot that I would drone on about. Lord knows I did when I first started streaming before I got into the doing the gaming stuff, is like I just sat here and droned on for a while. So it wasn't really like a lecture. It was just like talking at you as if you were there. I mean, some people are just good like that. That accidental blindness because, feelings. I always find those kinds of relationship interactions interesting where they don't see it. And I don't find it interesting because I think they're dumb or anything like that, but because that is so very me. Because I totally imagine myself being that kind of person who doesn't notice. Nonchalant. I mean, nonchalant about what? Because I think that's a more important question. Like, what are you being nonchalant about? Because for some things, you really should be shouting it. See, your situationship is unique, though, in that nonchalantness is part of it, because it's not supposed to be necessarily the most obvious of things. But if she's looking to be more in a serious relationship and whatnot, then, like, chalant away. Be more direct. I don't know. I just find that people are always trying to be more secretive and sneaky. I mean, not sneaky, but oh, she wants to avoid serious relationships? But that doesn't necessitate being nonchalant. But I guess maybe that she's equating that with she might be equating nonchalant with casual. Which I can see that now. I can see how nonchalant and casual are similar in, like, tonality, and how they're kind of similar in vernacular. I mean, I'm assuming she's around your age. Okay. Then no, probably can't blame her. I mean, generally speaking, serious relationships are not something I even remotely considered until much later. But to be fair, I didn't even consider relationships feasible until significantly later. But that's a whole other story. But at younger ages, it's like people are in this rush to start like a long-term relationship, and it's just emotional maturity hasn't really really formed yet. And trying to establish that like emotionally mature relationship, it's just not realistic. It's really hard to do, and it's difficult to maintain. Plus, a lot of the time, you're still a big bundle of, hormones trying to settle down. And it causes problems in yourself, let alone the relationship. That's not to say it doesn't work out. It's just a matter of being a bit realistic about expectations. It's about being communicative and understanding, talking to your partner and understanding what the other person is expecting and what they're going through. I also feel like we don't really spend enough time talking about the cascade of hormonal imbalances that our bodies go through at that age. Because even at 19, 20, like 24, we're still a big ball of hormones that are just crazy. But it's also sometimes like, would it have worked out? I mean, I don't know the situation, but like, sometimes I know people that force it to work out because they had kids. And they might not have had they not had the kids. Like, the children were the reason why they made it work. Like, they put the effort in only because of the kids. Otherwise, they probably wouldn't have put in the effort. And I feel like it's good that they did put in the effort, but maybe they would have been happier with other people. We'll never know. And no, I'm not calling you crazy. I'm just saying that we're still unbalanced and hormonally dysregulated. I mean, we still don't understand how to control our own like emotional states, and we're not taught how to handle our emotional regulation, let alone how to control like different emotional states and regulate ourselves very well. We're so focused on knowledge, but not how to handle like our self. We just assume that we learn these things in the process of social interactions, but we don't teach this process of regulating the internal mind and dealing with these internal conflicts. There's not a class for this. Oh, well, that's good. It's good that they had a strong relationship. It's good to see relationships like that. I mean, sure, but it doesn't have to be that way. And if we can pass the knowledge on and help others to learn sooner and better, then all the better. Like, if we can have a generation of kiddos who don't have to go through the same turmoil of emotional dysregulation, like if we can have a generation understand how to regulate sooner, maybe we can have it be less of a problem. I mean, I know that's asking a lot, but especially when we have so many other things that we're trying to overcome and conquer as a society. But I mean, that's what I try to do. Sometimes it's a matter of learning how better to communicate. It's about understanding how better to communicate to a particular person. It's not always about communicating to everyone the same way. It's sometimes about a specific person. But even in learning how to communicate with that specific person, you can generalize the applicable information. So it can be very useful. I try to treat like all of my interactions like that as things to learn and how to grow as a person. It's always hard, especially when I'm trying to grow and develop and become better, because it's understanding that even if you don't know the answer, they still feel comfortable enough to talk to you. Because you don't have to have the answer. They may even know you don't have it. It's the idea that you're willing to talk and learn. And that's what I'm hoping to be for people, is someone that they can come talk to. And that's what you were to them, is someone that they could talk to, that even if you didn't have the answer, you were open-minded enough to be someone to talk to. And that's really important. A lot of people don't have someone like that. And having a person like that in your life is incredibly important, because it allows you to feel like you have someone to go to with questions. And even if they don't have the answer, they can help you find the answer. They can help you find someone to talk to for the answer. And if not, then you still have an ally in your corner. It helps you to feel less alone in the world, and not feeling alone gives you hope. And hope is incredibly important. And I know you might not feel it or sense it, but in return, it gives you hope too, because it essentially also means that you're not alone. And it might not feel the same type, but it gives you someone to feel that you have a connection with too. They may not be of the same caliber or the same degree, but it's someone you also have a connection with. yeah, that's what I kind of understood it to be. And that's good for you. And that's part of why I don't push you to like leave, even though leaving would also be really good for you too, in the grand scheme of things. Because I know that being there is going to be good for you, going to be good for them, even though it also has a substantial potential to not be helpful for you and potentially hurt you in the long term also. But being there to help them could also be cathartic. So like, it's really a wait and see situation that also has to rely really heavily on your judgment. So that's why I don't push you. And I let you dictate like how far and what do. Instead, I choose to support you and in the direction you want to go with things, and I'm there for you as needed. Because I think that in the grand scheme, you're making the best decisions for yourself. And I think that you know what's best for you. All right, that was the dead end. So moving on. Fishman. I mean, it means something to them. It means a lot for an adult to be by their side and be in their corner. I tried to be that way for my nephews. I couldn't always be there as much as I wanted to be. I still feel like I let down one of them. Sometimes I feel like I let down both of them. I love them both. I'm proud of them both, but you're there for yours way more than I was for mine. But just make sure you're proud of what you're doing. And you clearly are. And it's also good to see that you're doing stuff for yourself too. Because that's what I'm seeing the last few days. Like the manuscript work. It's good to see you doing that. Oh my goodness. Well, I mean, you're never going to leave at this rate. But the time would never be right then, especially if they keep coming. Just do what's best for you and take care of yourself. As I said, you know what's best for you. There will come a time when you need to do what's right for you, and you'll do what's right for you. Both of those are terrible guns. Opening eyes that freeze enemies on contact. Okay, this is definitely not the dead end, so let me go back and deal with the dead end. I mean, I only have 2, as far as I know. But to be fair, I don't really get told much. You might say I'm the black sheep. Wahaha! Oh my goodness. That is a lot of family. The family reunions must be killer. Oh no, that's a bullet hell, and I wanted nothing to do with that. Okay, whew. Oh, small is better. Small is better. My family doesn't do reunions. At least, not that I've been told. Again, you know, nobody tells me nothing, so if they do, it's because nobody tells me. Wait, why can't I go? Oh. I also have a feeling that my family might be maybe intimidated. I don't know. I mean, when I was younger, I used to think that it would be nice, but I guess maybe now I'm more along the lines of, eh. Oh no, I wasn't like no, I like no like commentary at all whatsoever. But I used to think that like family reunions would be cool because I don't get to see or know much of my family. I don't know much about the family history or anything about it. Uh, like I knew some of my like aunts and uncles and stuff, but beyond that, like not much. And then obviously I knew some of the cousins, but beyond that part of the family, not much else. And that's always kind of bugged me. And that's really it. But like obviously I knew her grandparents, no one really else. So family reunions, I felt like could have resolved that. I would have known more about the family, but meh. Well, I also learned like a bit later in life that part of my family is a bit disconnected. But like I don't know. When we all used to live in a similar region of the country, we used to get together from time to time and we'd go spend time with family. But then we moved out of that region and then just nothing ever since. And so yeah, I don't know. I also feel like it doesn't help that I guess it maybe doesn't help that I'm gay and they might not accept it. I don't know. That might be why my direct family doesn't really connect well with the extended family. I don't know. Would be a good reason why we don't really associate with them anymore. I don't know. It's hard to know because we don't associate with them. It could strictly just be the distance. So many reasons. But since we don't keep in touch, I don't have any of their contact information or any of that stuff, so I'll never know, I guess. But it's just one of those things. Like, I don't know. I guess I'll never know. But I guess I'm also not a great job at keeping touch with people either. Because I might actually have contact information for my cousins, but I just don't reach out because I don't know what to say because it's been so long. And like the last time I probably spoke to them, I was 12 or 13. So that was like a really long ass time ago. What do you say to a person from that long ass ago? Like I tried reaching out to an old elementary school friend who was my best friend in middle school. And you'd think I reached out to ask him to borrow money the way he talked to me. And I basically just wanted to reach out to be like, hey, we were friends and like, I thought it'd be cool to be friends again still. And nope, okay, fine. Like he was just really cagey and I just wanted to be friends. Like I don't know, like I see all these TV shows and stuff with old friends and friends who've known each other for decades and decades and decades. And I thought it'd be cool to have a friend I'd known for so many years. And like, I was like, that would be cool. And so I was like, that's the oldest friend I've ever had that I can recall. And so I was like, it would be cool to have that as a friend. So let me try and reach out. And I took some effort to track them down because they don't like social media and stuff. And we talked for about half an hour and they were really like cagey and didn't really want to, like, I don't know. They were just, it was really, really hard. And I don't know, it was really weird. I mean, that's fair. I don't like I do, but only in standard situations. It's just so strange. Like, I think the part that's stranger still is that we were supposed to be always there for each other. Like that was something that we had always said back then, was that we would always be there for each other because we were always bullied. I mean, to be fair, he started out as my bully, but we became friends. Oh, that's unfortunate. But again, I feel also to a certain extent that like my LGBT status also makes people feel uncomfortable around me. When I show up out of the blue. When I'm like, oh, hi. And they're like, oh, hi. And they're like, I'm hetero and I have kids. And I'm like, I'm gay. They're like, ugh. And I'm like, sorry. Always was. It's not like it's technically new. But it's part of why I don't bother with, I don't know, looking people up. It's, I guess, why I don't, like, as much as I look back and I want to reach out, I guess I don't bother anymore looking back. Trying to reach out to old people or old friends. Like, even with Facebook, like, I keep hesitating. I keep thinking about pulling the self-destruct button and just deleting my Facebook. I think that it's... I think that it's scary and it's crappy, but it's... No. I think that the reason that it happens is... You ever... I think you're... You read my facial expression sometimes for my my thinking face for like an emotive response. I feel sometimes like that that reaction that they have is sometimes justified, but not in the way that you might take that. So I feel like their reaction initially is a lot like when you haven't seen someone in a really long time and there's someone that you knew really well. And the next time you see them, they have a wildly drastic different haircut. And you're just like, ah, your hair. And so that's the response. And so the next time you see someone, they're like, they tell you like, I'm gay. And you're just like, okay. Right. Okay. So like, I feel like that's kind of the response. And it just takes a minute because you've shaken their mental model of who you are. They may not necessarily be bothered by it, but it just was unexpected. And so sometimes they may need a minute to process, because they don't necessarily know how to handle that because it was very unexpected. Now, that's not always the case. It's not always true. And they may not handle it at all. But I feel like sometimes that is the best to give the benefit of the doubt. But I am known to be a very benefit of the doubt kind of person who likes to give people the opportunity to be better. So oftentimes I'm proven wrong. So I don't know. Ugh. Okay, I need someone to sacrifice. No, not Poppy. I can't sacrifice Poppy. Poppy's immortal. I'm gonna sacrifice my shrimpy boy. My prawn. Well, you best get to naming. Oh. I mean, I don't think you can afford my rates. That's the biggest problem. You got me confused. Besides, it was hard enough for me to name articles, let alone naming things like poems. Like, poems are hard to name. Yeah, except that the rules say no co-authors. It's a contribution. No, that would suck, but you'll still have to deal with knowing that I'll be in the stores buying your poetry. Because even though I won't get recognition, I'll still be there supporting you. No, it wasn't meant to be sweet. It was just meant to be what I would do. Especially if I have the capability. Oh. it's just the kind of person I am, you know? Like, I can't always do everything for everybody, but I try to support the people I care about. Like, my good friend Zan wrote a book. She's super proud of it. I bought the book. It's the kind of person I am. My friend who wanted to be an author struggled with writing. I helped him to knuckle down and start writing. He has 5 or 6 books out now. I bought the first 2. I plan to buy the rest of them. I will still buy it when I have money. And you'll be proud of it because it will be the first thing you publish. Stop being a difficult person to be difficult, and stop being argumentative to be argumentative. You want to publish, and I know you do. You're just trying to be difficult for the sake of it. Now stop. You're just trying to do it to get a rile out of me because you're just trying to be difficult. Yeah, exactly. I know you want to publish. So my first publication is my thesis. It's an undergrad honors thesis. It is not my best work. It is far from my best work. But I'm proud of it because I did it. Do I want people to read it like it's my first work? Absolutely not. But I'm proud of it because I did it. I was so proud of it that I even got my community college professor to drive an hour to come to my university to sit as a guest for my defense. And she actually showed up. And I was ecstatic. I was over the moon for that. Like, I was so ecstatic for that. But it's not my best writing. I mean, hell, even my dissertation isn't my best writing. It's good writing, it's just not my best. It's probably my best typesetting, but it's not my best writing. Oh, absolutely you should. Absolutely. You should send a signed copy. And I bet you anything, they would be elated to have a copy. You don't have to have a fancy signature. It's not about the fanciness of it. It's about having a signed copy of a student that they had an impact from. So after my thesis defense, I gave a signed copy of my thesis. Huh? Oh, how do some people have such... It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. And it's because they practice. What about it? What about that? What about them? I have one of each. Oh, so when I published my thesis, they required me to print it, and I had so I was required to print at least one copy to store at the university, and then I had several additional copies physically printed because it was my first publication, so I wanted several copies printed. So I got one printed for myself, one printed for my advisor, one printed for each of my parents because they were divorced, and then I got one printed for my my mentor from community college. And she was just kind of blown away by the fact that I had one made for her. All, of course, signed because my faculty advisor, my advisor at university, insisted that I sign. My signature looked like crap at the time. But she was just shocked by it because she had made such an impact on me at community college. And without her guidance and mentoring, I would never have gotten as far as I did at university, nor would I have found research as a path at university, nor would I have found the mentorship that I found at university and become the person I am today. And so she had made such a meaningful impact on me, I wanted to give her that as a token of gratitude. And so it meant so much to her that, like, she was just awestruck when I handed it to her and said, thank you. So it is meaningful. It is immensely meaningful. The signature is just a small piece of it. It's such a tiny, tiny, minuscule piece of it, but it is a personal touch. And so if you do plan to gift a copy to that mentor, I would also recommend including them in the I can't think what it's called. Inside, you know what I'm talking about. In the book. Thank you to all the people. That. The dedication. God, words are hard. I promise. I'm smart. I promise. I promise I can do a smart. I promise I can. You know, it's also funny, but one of the side effects of one of my medications is also memory recall issues. So I'm just saying. It's one of the things that worries me about my medications. I mean, you can still make jokes about it. It's just I'm constantly worried that, like, I'm gonna lose words. I have my partner monitoring. Dedication isn't a common word I use on the regular, so like when I start losing important words that I use on the regular, then I'm gonna start worrying. But yeah, it's the migraine medication, obviously. But it's, you know, yay, side effects. Yeah, I mean, it was one of those things where it was like, read leaflets, but it's still not going to change how I have to take it because there's just not a lot of options for migraines, especially. Especially these kinds. Yeah. It's unfortunate. Like she tried to explain side effects and stuff, and the doctor, and she explained a lot of them, but some of them were like I just kind of like glazed, well, at the time, because I was still in major aftershocks from migraines because I was still very heavily impacted by them at the time. So I have to say, like, I don't know how cognitively impaired I was, because the migraines I get leave me very impacted. So after the migraines, I'm not so super good in the thinking capacity. And so at the time when I first got on the medication, I'm not sure how good I was at thinking. So I can't say how aware I was at hearing all of the side effects and stuff. So she might have told me about all these things, but honestly, it was by the good graces of TikTok that I learned about these side effects. Because somehow someone on TikTok made a video basically talking about all the lovely side effects of some of the medications I've been on that just came through on a video. And it was like, oh, if you're on this medication, here are some of the side effects. And I went and looked them up myself just to make sure. The other fun side effect is kidney stones, because I don't already get those enough. Wow, you're just tearing it up. You're going to be done with that manuscript in time for submission. What is that? That is probably the mission I'm here for anyway. I don't want blue half hearts for tarot cards, do I? Sure, why not? Or is it that you're done with the poems for like what you have so far? Put them in a document in order. Now I need to read them and see if they flow, see how many pages there are. Add the other things like contents dedication, content advisory, reader discretion, yada yada. So when it comes to, well, when you say content advisory, are you talking about like the boilerplate kind of stuff? Boilerplate is usually boilerplate is a term used for standard form. So stuff you would usually see in a document. So terms and conditions apply, that kind of stuff that you would see in a document. So that's what they call boilerplate. It's content may be inappropriate for children, blah, 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 blah. Oh, okay. Because I was going to say, if you're talking about like boilerplate terminology and jargon and stuff like that, like, right, I understand. But if you were looking for themes may be inappropriate for children, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera, they may have stuff like that that they will want to put in the front of the book. And you would need to speak with them about that, because if you're looking for boilerplate jargon, it may be considered plagiarism if it's not from the publisher's legal department or whatever. So whatever you're using needs to either be considered boilerplate from their legal department, or it needs to be from your own head kind of stuff. So be careful. Okay, not a problem. I will be here till my usual time. Choo. All right. Tarot card. Drop Black Ichor. When you roll, enemies drop double fervor. We'll get the double fervor. Why not? Oh, that's a lot of explosions. Ow. No, thank you. I do not want your spikes. Collected fervor. 9.3. I'm going to stay with what I got. I'm going to take the hounds versus using the scythe. And then we're going to go get some veggies. Woo! I don't know why, but I just kind of had a weird feeling, an urge for haggis. I get the weirdest cravings when I stream. And I have no idea where they come from or what they're related to. Like, I can usually associate them with like late night cravings. So like when you come home from the bar, you get cravings for like cheese and fries and greasy food, but like haggis, like where the hell did haggis come from? I've only ever had it one time. It was really good. I just don't know where the idea of having it now came from. Well, that was short-lived. Sorry about your death. Try again later. Let's go to the right and see how we do for. Probably did poorly for the dead end check. Yup. Weapon room. Oh, it's a necromantic blunderbuss. Lame. What am I using right now? Merciless, chance to deal a critical hit, 9.3 versus 9.5. I mean, like, criticals, how much more damage does a critical do? Blah, blah, blah. I'm gonna take the ghosts. Let's try the right first. That was a poor decision. Man, I am just picking the wrong directions. All right, now this area is clear. Let's go deal with this boss so I can get back to the followers and hopefully they're not cranky. Oh my gosh, so many bullets. Okay, whew. Cauliflower. Got another eye. Hooray! Yeesh. What do I have to build? There's nothing in my build menu. Why is it all glowy? What now? Excuse me, leaders. Some creatures are here seeking shelter with our cult, but they're sick. Should we let them join? Of course. We're not afraid of sickness. No. No, come here. Stop running away from me. Ah, a good-looking ear. Is it not? You must agree. Too many elderly people. Oh. Behold the sinfulness of the drumbeat. So much sin. Oh, Plimbo, have a spare eye. Ah, these eyes fetch such a good price in certain circles. Here's your cut. In certain circles. Ignores dissenters, produces sin, negative teeth of a 10. Ugh. That means they're going to make me lose faith because they're sick already when they get here. Oh, it's a little hat house. That's what it is. A little hat hut. That's what it was. I meant to sacrifice the prawn head. No, another elderly. No. I'm running out of eggs again. I start breeding people again. Give me the golden egg. Give it to me. No. You guys failed me. How could you do that? Oh, that's rude. All right, let's try and find another match pair. Let's see. What do we got here? Nope. There we go. You and... There we go. Go. Oh, man. Okay. Next round. Who do we have? Nope. There's one. Sure. There's two. Yeah, there we go. Rock and roll. Let's go. Good job, guys. Work and worship. Intimidate followers to slightly increase their loyalty as well as make them work harder for 2 days. Replaces bless action. Glory of construction from a ritual at will. Immediately build structures currently under construction. Sure, we'll go with intimidate. We'll see how that goes. What could possibly go wrong? I mean, I'm going to take the moment to do the sacrifice now and just get it over with. Since we're already in here. We'll just sacrifice the prawn. Back, stay back! I will slice your belly open. I will cut the crown from your head. What foul place is this? Moments ago I was... All right, let's build another outhouse because I wonder if having a second outhouse will make more people like use it. I wonder. Nope. Okay. Oh, what now? What now? What do you want? Am and Ball, I did not take them. They were given, intended as keepers perhaps, but they were young and in need of guidance. Must I be blamed for my influence, salvaged from the void? They are yours now. Do what you wish. Scornful God, I care not for them. Okay. Good, I guess. Because I will. He's really pushy. For being a little not God. Go lay down if you're sick. Stop wandering around, you big weirdo. No, not them. Still not them. Bed rest for the sick. All right. Now I'm going to go back on to the crusade. That's the word. %50 chance to spawn undead follower, 50% chance to spawn an enemy. Oh, awesome. That sounds lovely. Okay. An undead follower that is incredibly slow. Let's go down. Starting to suspect this isn't a dead end, so let's double back and try and clear out those other rooms. All right, what do we have here? 30% more at night or +1 blue heart. We'll take increased damage at night. Okay, that cleared out those rooms, so let's catch back up to where I left off. Welcome back. Are you sure you're not front? Okay, just making sure. So I keep thinking that I should dress more costumery for stream. Because I have some interesting things that I never wear that, I don't know, might be more visually interesting. Okay. Because I was talking with Fox today, and I mentioned, like, I have a Technomancer hoodie that I never wear because it doesn't really go with anything that I own. Like, it is absolutely not something I could wear in a professional work environment. And it's not something I would wear out either. But I keep it because it is incredibly unique. And it was a gift. And so, like, I don't have anywhere to wear it. So, yeah. Granted, I wouldn't use its, like, function, but it still looks cool. Because it has a gadget as well, but obviously I wouldn't use the gadget. Okay. It might be something that I do on, like, my more gamified streams, like, I mean, that can wait for another day. I mean, you have quite some time before it's due. What? 40? 120? I don't know. Oh, okay. So I wasn't too far off with my initial guess. Was that a page limit? I don't think so, because the guidelines don't seem to specify anything about the front matter. It looks like they just want the content. I don't think they expect any of the front matter material. So I don't think you need to provide the cover. I don't think you need to provide the copyright page, or I don't even think they specifically expect the dedication, because I didn't even see that. I mean, I didn't look for it, but... Yeah, so I think that that stuff might be part of like the application form. So I wouldn't include it. So here's my recommendation. Write it up as a separate document, like as a text document to go next to the file as you wait before you submit, so that when you start the submission process, you can, as you're filling out the application online to submit, there might be a part of the application where it's like, put your dedication here. Oh. Oh, that's the whole thing? Okay. I mean, you still have plenty of time before the deadline, right? So then I would reach out and ask them. They seem really responsive. So I'd ask them if they expect a title page, or if a dedication page or whatever is part of the process, or if that comes after, because it might be part of the after part. Because I doubt, so I think what this is like a scholarship where you're submitting for the approval. So you're submitting the material for the scholarship, then once you're approved, then they're going to do the publication part. So right now it's just the scholarship phase. So once you're accepted, then you get to the publishing part, because they said once you're accepted, then they'll issue you the standard contract, and that's the contract part. At least that's how I would expect it to go. But again, you should ask them. They're the ones issuing the contract part. Lamb, you lamb. I was taking a walk on this fine day and thought to myself, was an Anchor Deep grant? Oh God, now they want to go on a trip. Super. They all want to go on a reminiscent trip to their old stomping ground. Okay, you take care. We'll talk again soon. Have a good rest of your morning. I'll do so. Too elderly. Mm. Oh, sorry. Arno, I didn't see you. Leader, my brother and I were traveling together through the Darkwood and we were separated. Wait. What brother are you talking about? You have another brother? How am I just now finding out about this? Oh, I know. The sin of beds. It's such a terrible sin. Yes, dance to the drum beat. Drums, drums, drums. Yes, let the sin flow. So much sin. Behold! Okay. I don't have very many seeds left. Oh, I got lots of tears though, so I can go trade those in. Again. Come on. You can trade faster than that. I forget what that one is. That is... Oh, you're not going to tell me again? Just the first time. Okay, that's fine. They're not the immortal ones. I know that. Oh, they're dissenters. Those are not as important. I don't really get dissent very often. All right, who's got sin to cap off? No one. Well, that's not great. Oh. Oh. Yay. I chose well. Glory through toil, Sisyphean tasks. You can work for days and days. But you can trust me not to use it inappropriately. No, wait. I forgot the sermon. Okay, now you can go. Sorry about that. Thanks, guys. All right. Well, that's going to be it for me tonight and tonight's session. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in. I appreciate all of you. Make sure you take care of yourselves. Have a great night, a great morning, and a great weekend. I'll be back Monday. Take care of yourselves and take care of those around you. And have a great night. Bye.